What's up, everybody? Soul here with another sort of Convallaria video, and that's right, we've got this special preview. I'm going to play it on the screen. We're going to pick it apart and kind of go over it, and yeah, let's watch this real quick.
Don't trust portals.
That's why I'm the expert.
I'm a big fan of Witcher.
What does that make me?
As I mentioned when I first saw this teaser, Geralt hates portals. He is not a fan.
Free to return.
They've stayed true to the characters just as they are in the games and as they seem in the books.
Better to have a Witcher by your side.
Looks fantastic. Beautiful. Cut and singed.
I'd say it's even better to have a sorceress by your side.
Nice.
Told you, don't like this. We should leave.
Answer this time. Do you trust me?
With my life.
And away they go. Now, forgive me, I'm going to skip over this and we're going to go and take a look at what they're offering. Of course, we get a word from CD Projekt Red and its creative director there. And it's very nice to see that they worked really close in hand with sort of Convallaria. We're in XD Studios. We're definitely stoked for it. But what we all want, which of course this too, don't skip this. You want your redeem code, get your gems. There it is, it's on the screen. And what we all want is to know a little bit more about these characters. And so let's take a looky-loo at what they do. These characters look fantastic, and their pixel art being rendered in this way. The thought of them being a tactical RPG, just sends me to the moon and back. Yep, November 28th. Quit teasing us, show us these characters. Yes, we get. Woo. We got Yennifer, we got Triss. We get Geralt. Lots of awesome AoE, and then you can see Ciri there.
Evil is
And there's a Leshy.
lesser, greater, middling. Makes no difference.
So we see that Geralt is going to be a Watcher.
I'll show them what happens when a sorceress is
I think they're all going to be Drifters. Surely, right?
This is your
Yennefer is going to be a Destroyer. Guessed it completely right. I foresaw that. I knew Ciri is going to be a Seeker. I think we all did. Guessed that completely right too. And then our girl, redhead fiery, Triss. She is here as a breaker, which is what I would have guessed as well. Yep, mark your calendar.
I'll wait here, idly.
So we're going to skip ahead of this as well. Let's get right to the fact that they say we get Ciri for free.
She is the last bearer of the Elder Blood.
And so by completing the quest and doing everything that they are offering, you're going to be able to get Ciri up to 3 stars for free, which is pretty phenomenal. Absolutely love that. In our last collab, Dungeon Meshi, we got to do that with Cinchi. So we're definitely glad to be able to do that here with Ciri. And then we're going to skip on forward right here where we talk about Geralt.
Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling. Makes no difference.
Yep. Dimensional Traveler is their actual category. And then Fortitude. I think that means that they're not going to be Drifters. I think that they might have a whole new category for this, so that's a bummer. I really look forward to having Miguel and Geralt together. I'll probably put them together just to make myself happy anyways, but I really like Dimensional Traveler having its own category now. And it's unfortunate, but that makes good sense, and especially if XD Studios is going to have more collabs in the future. Man, Geralt is looking great right here. Geralt the White Wolf, and in his course's quote, "Evil is evil, lesser, greater, makes no difference." That's a direct quote from the books, and of course you hear some of that in the game as well. Love it.
Geralt of Rivia, a battle-hardened witcher of the Wolf School, makes his living slaying monsters for coin. A master swordsman and exceptional warrior, he is disciplined, relentless, and utterly professional. His trait, Geralt of Rivia, sets magical attack equal to physical attack, boosting crit rate and movement. At the start of battle, he gains Quinn Shield, a barrier that absorbs physical damage.
Look at that.
When
Just
broken,
like
it knocks
the
enemies
games,
back. His
it
extra
is
skill,
awesome.
Witcher Potions, instantly uses 2 of 4 potions.
Woo, look at all those potions. So the Quinn Shield, we know. Absolutely love that they did that. They gave him the shield, and of course when it breaks, it creates a knockback effect. That is stupendous. That is 1-for-1 for what it does, you know, basically in the game. And so, you know, and what's described in the books, but really absolutely love it. And then look at these potions. He's got plenty. And it says that he has 4 potions, but he uses 2 of them per. Let's see if that's right.
To enhance his physical attack and crit, or restore energy or HP, also increasing his damage reduction.
Based on what it shows right there, it looks like he can cast them multiple times, but surely
skill
not.
Ignicide grants armor piercing before activation. It can be cast instantly to deal minor magical damage. To
We see
his damage
right here,
attack, 2 of 4
rewinding it.
potions
He
to
goes,
enhance
he
his
uses
physical
the
attack
potion,
and crit, or restore
Thunderbolt,
energy or HP,
and then he goes in,
also
and the potion is still high available. So surely he's not going to be able to use these potions repeatedly. If he is, that's going to be kind of bonkers. Can't wait to kind of see what happens with that. But to him have multiple choices on that, stupendous. And we see that with the signs as well, which we're going to go over. But man, Geralt seems stacked. He seems like he's got a lot in his kit. I know some people were a little concerned with these collab characters. They didn't, because Dungeon Mesh collab characters, while they are cool and they're neat and they're a little bit niche now, they kind of got overtaken immediately. And I showed that in my power scale rating values, which make sure you go check that out. They weren't overwhelmingly powerful to begin with, and we saw that, and so they were quickly they became collector's items. This appears might not be the case with these Witcher characters. These guys might actually be powerhouses. So let's see how this unfolds some more.
increasing his damage reduction. Decision skill Ignicide grants armor piercing before activation. It can be cast instantly to deal minor magical damage to nearby foes, and add magical damage after his attacks.
Nice.
Or unleashed.
So it's going to do minor damage and or add magical damage to his attacks. So that's really interesting. He's going to be doing both types of damage. Usually when characters do both types of damage, it's lackluster. So we'll see what happens, but it could just be some bonus.
Deal heavy magical damage to foes in a frontal AoE.
Frontal AoE, heavy magical. But we're glad to see that element, that fire.
Decision skill Ard Sign can be used instantly to knock back foes in a straight
Instant
line, greatly
knockback.
increasing the damage they take next, or expanded to knock back foes in a wide front.
So AoE knockback or an instant knockback that makes them more vulnerable to damage. That's awesome. And then you see he's doing some good damage up there, but of course that can easily be created with that energy regeneration upon doing so. Really interesting to see that. I'm eager to see how this all unfolds.
AoE, physical damage skill, Finisher Rin.
Frontal
Deals
AoE.
high damage to foes in a straight line, greatly increasing his.
Now there's some decent numbers here. So I'm interested to see how this actually unfolds and rolls out. For all we know, it's not a huge deal. You know, we don't know if they cooked up these numbers or what, but it's still cool to see a big hit. Frontal line AoE is kind of cool, very nice.
Attack before the strike, unlocking his exclusive ascension, Combat Frenzy, further amplifies his damage output.
Let the blade sing.
Love it.
Beneath his cold, cynical exterior lies sharp wit, quiet compassion, and a will to protect the weak. And, of course, tangled bonds with the sorceresses.
Nice work. Couldn't have done it without you.
Here
I'll
comes
show you
Yennefer.
what happens when a sorceress is enraged.
Another dimensional traveler, but
Yennefer
discipline.
of Vengerberg is a
and then a
proud
destroyer.
and confident sorceress. Charming, enigmatic, and wreathed in the scent of lilac and gooseberries.
Gooseberries, yep.
Her trait, Yennefer of Vengerberg, increases magic attack and grants the extra skill, Magic Surge, which further amplifies her magic attack on use, and
Nice.
transforms her exclusive skill into Magic Empowerment, greatly enhancing its power with no energy cost or cooldown. After
Some massive
casting,
AoEs.
It reverts to the original skill. Support skill Portal teleports the target to a chosen location. If the target is an ally, it boosts their damage and speed.
That's bonkers. Okay, so we have a way to move units, a teleport, and it also buffs that unit, raising their attack and speed. That's massive. If you know, you know. Sword of Convallaria, a lot of people love some speed, so Yennefer seems like a character you just absolutely have to have. She's doing time-space ring plus, and it's in her kit. So she moves Geralt in that scene right there. She moves him, and then he's getting a buff from her movement. Let's watch it again.
Support
Which
skill
is attack
Portal
and speed.
teleports the target to a chosen location. If the target is an ally,
Only one
it
energy
boosts their
cost,
damage
and she moves them. As it shows right there, one energy cost to do it.
the
Let's play
target
it
is
again.
a foe.
I'm going to mute it, actually, so we don't need to keep hearing it. So, man, these spells look absolutely fantastic right there. No, Yennefer. I need you to move Geralt. Here we go. So, we see right there, she cast it at one energy. One energy to cast that movement. That's bonkers. Right there, one energy. And then she has a huge range to move it. And it looks like it's based on the unit she's targeting, so that's a really big deal. And then, of course, it looks like she can move enemies with it, too. Let's listen on.
Foe. It deals magical damage, inflicts stun, and applies vulnerable to surrounding enemies.
So when she casts that teleport on enemies, it stuns them, AoE, vulnerable. Massive. That is ridiculously good.
Under Magic Empowerment, this skill becomes instant cast. Magical
So when she has her magic empowerment, which is something that we've seen on other characters where they get to basically this higher state based on stacks of a certain thing that's going to be a part of her trait. Anyways, she's able to cast this spell instantly. Oh my goodness. Yennefer is going to be absolutely bonkers.
damage skill, Embrace of Shadows, deals damage and applies debuffs to nearby enemies while healing allies and granting damage increase and immune to ice or fire tiles.
So, Yennefer is coming in with an AoE damage / heal. And it probably won't do amazing damage or heals, but man, like I've talked about many times, there's not a big heal meta in this game. They have kind of put out some content requiring you to heal more. So, shout out to XD. But she's doing damage and healing. On top of that, she's buffing her allies, making them immune to frost and fire tiles at the same time. Yennefer is trying to replace Luvada and all kinds of people in one swoop. This is bonkers. Look at the range of this AoE.
Under Magic Empowerment, its range is greatly increased and it dispels debuffs from allies.
I'm putting an...
So, when empowered, which we've talked about with the other spell, Teleport, but when empowered, the AoE range gets bigger, does more damage, and dispels buffs as well. Holy guacamole, she's going to have so much in her kit. I cannot wait to see the full range of her abilities and to rank them. I bet you these characters are going to start breaking the scale.
End to this charade.
Decision skill Elemental Control lets her command ice, fire, or lightning to deal magical damage.
So it looks like lightning is single target. Ice is a little bit of a frontal AoE, almost like a cone, it looks like. I'm not sure the exact shape. And it looks like fire is just an immediate area. It creates some burn tiles. Definitely going to be a lot of utility here.
Under magic empowerment, it becomes Elemental Storm, simultaneously unleashing all 3 elements to deal high magical damage and apply vulnerable and ignition.
Your taste in
So it applies vulnerable and ignition. So a dot. That is phenomenal. And then, of course, when she has that empowerment, we see lightning all around her, which, you know, if you're a Dragon Ball fan or any kind of anime fan, you love to see it. Looks really, really good.
Elements to deal high magical damage and apply vulnerable and ignition.
Your taste in spells is impeccable.
Fantastic. Now let's take a look at our girl, Triss, the Breaker. Dimensional travel or 2, of course. She's part of the aggression category.
Triss
I think it's pretty appropriate.
is a legendary sorceress known for her kindness, fiery red hair, and unshakable courage. She commands both ice and fire magic. Her trait, Elemental Surge, grants immunity to burning and frosty tile debuffs.
So, she's immune to fire and ice tile debuffs through her trait. But it does not say it's for the team. It's specifically for her. So that's not bad, but it also is something we've seen on other characters. This is nothing to get excited about.
At the end of her action, if she stands on such tiles, she gains both physical and magical shields.
So to end her turn standing on this tile and to gain a double shield, magical and physical shield because of that, that's pretty good. So let's keep going.
Casting ice skills against foes on burning tiles, or fire skills against foes on frosty tiles, triggers Rhythm of Frostfire, dealing extra magical AoE damage and increasing the damage they take.
Whoa. So now we're finally rewarded for crossing elements through Triss. This was what makes her exciting for me. If they're standing on a fire tile and we hit them with ice, we get this effect, and vice versa. If they're on a fire tile, we hit them with ice. And as you can see right there, the voice actor, is describing the benefits of it, but you see that it gives a no healing received. We don't know if that's because of the spell directly or if it's because of the effect, but regardless, she's able to strip enemies from their healing in an AoE. That's awesome. Let's watch it again.
Triggers Rhythm of Frostfire, dealing extra magical AoE damage and increasing the damage they take.
Extra AoE damage, increasing the damage they take. That's the effect of the spell being worked together. It looks like it's the immediate effect of that spell, that fireball, that's going to strip them of their healing ability, but still really good stuff.
Unlocking her exclusive ascension, the Fearless, further boosts these damage effects. Magical damage skill Hailstorm deals ice damage to the target location, increasing her attack before the strike. After attacking, she enters Preparation, automatically recasting the skill after one turn.
That's massive. So it strips them of their movement, because of course it's ice tiles, right? Of course, unless they're immune. But as you can see, she slams them.
These damage effects.
We love to see that. She slams them with ice, creates ice tiles in a massive area, might I add, and then immediately prepares for the next attack.
Preparation, automatically recasting the skill after one turn.
That's huge. That's absolutely amazing. That is going to be bonkers.
Magical damage skill Firestorm deals high fire damage to the target location, increasing her attack before the strike and applying ignition to foes.
Get ready for some magic.
So what we hear out of Triss is me, 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 me. She's buffing herself, creating all those tile effects, which is probably one of her stronger suits. And then we see a nice little combination or exploit of those tile effects. So she's going to be her heavy damage, though. She's a breaker. And so she's not doing a lot for the party, it seems, but a lot for herself. And it seems like each time she's casting spells, as they're describing, she's raising her own attack damage. So this is going to be potentially a main damage dealer character right here with Triss, with little utility outside of that. We'll see.
Fireworks.
Instant support skill Teleport moves her to a chosen location, granting physical and magical shields and restoring energy.
So she gets a teleport too, and as it describes, it's an instant. We see right down here that it has a 4-turn cooldown, which is, you know, it's appropriate. It's appropriate because it's giving her a double shield benefit, but it also is giving her some energy back, which let's see if we can't catch how much energy we're getting back. Let's see. Costs 2 energy to cast a teleport.
And restoring energy.
So she teleports and she basically gets 2 energy back. Maybe she'll get more. We'll see. But she has full energy after the teleport, and it's an instant. So it's basically a free movement and a big one at that. So that's pretty powerful, and it's granting some shield. And so yeah, that's pretty massive. But it's all her. She's not giving that to anyone else, from what we can see.
She also has a passive, Resolve, which, when triggered, immediately grants the same effect.
Please be careful.
So she has a Resolve in her kit too, so she gets to go in, do some massive damage, and when she gets really messed up, she survives it. Really interesting. Can't wait to learn more about it, but Triss definitely seems like less of a team player and more of a carry.
This is my story. None shall write it for me.
Here comes Ciri. Alacrity
As the bearer
is the
of
category.
Elder Blood, Ciri can traverse worlds at will, earning her the name the Lady of Space and Time. Ciri is a swift seeker. Her trait, the Elder Blood, boosts speed and physical attack. At the end of her action, if not in standby, she can use Blink, teleport to a nearby location and act again, recovering energy and reducing skill cooldown. After use, her attack greatly increases, though the skill cannot be used again for a while.
So we absolutely love that. So we have teleport and act again, and increase, or says just her trait increases speed and attack. And then of course it looks like she gets some energy back in that too. So let's watch that again. So I love Ciri. Outside of Geralt, she's my favorite character. Absolutely phenomenal. Well, snot-nosed brat when she's first introduced in the book, but she's an instant favorite.
Earning her the name the Lady of Space and Time. Ciri is a swift seeker. Her trait...
So we can see right here, she's just regular movement, moving up. We can see the energy costs of her abilities. This one looks like it is for free. 4 energy costs there, 3 energy costs there.
The Elder Blood boosts speed and physical attack. At the end of her action, if not in standby, she can use Blink.
So we saw that she did that damage right there and at no energy cost, but this immediately sends her into her next ability, which is going to be the Blink that it's referring to.
Location and act again, recovering energy and reducing...
So she gets to act again. It says recovered energy, so as we can see, she's got full energy again. She's basically just fully reset after all of that little damage right there. Pretty nice stuff.
Skill cooldown. After use, her attack greatly increases, though the skill cannot be used again.
So that's confusing, and I wonder if that's accurate. Right there, we see that she moves over and in. There's no energy cost in this when she's going to use this Nova, which is what it shows on there. No energy cost. So
her attack greatly increases.
Comes over Nova, uses it. It has knockback in its kit. It's AoE. It's
Unlocking
nice.
her exclusive ascension, the Lady of Space and Time, further increases her crit damage after Blink. Physical damage skill, Charge.
So here we go. We get 3 energy costs right here. Charge.
Rushes to the target location, dealing high damage and applying stagger.
And she goes through the enemy, teleporting at that point. Pretty awesome.
Basic attack can also apply stagger to foes.
So it says her basic attack can apply stagger. And I'm assuming stagger is going to be some kind of new debuff, or he meant stun. Let's look at that again, because we see her literally just walk up and smack him.
Her basic attack can also apply stagger to foes.
So we saw that. She literally just went up and just smacked him. Just a basic attack, smack. This is nothing fancy. And then he gets stunned, which her basic attack is one we've seen many, many times. It's literally just that crit attack, or that attack is bonus crit chance.
Attack can also apply stagger to foes.
We can actually see it right here. We've seen this attack 100 times over. And so for her to have that, it's going to be a part of her trait. Interesting stuff. Let's see where else this goes.
Her basic attack can also...
I'll spare you from listening to that again.
Physical damage skill, Flash that cuts through darkness, deals AoE damage to random surrounding foes, with fewer targets struck increasing the damage. Against
Makes
bound
good sense.
foes, her attack greatly increases.
So, let's look at that closely. It has a big AoE range. It hits multiple foes. The less foes you hit, the more damage it does. Makes sense. It's a reoccurring theme in the game.
Target struck, increasing the damage. Against bound foes.
Against bound foes. So foes that are afflicted by the bound status, which is a multitude of different status effects, it does bonus damage.
Her attack greatly increases.
Now, did she stun all those? No. They were already stunned, it
See
looked
the
like.
damage.
That's what I kind of got
Against
excited
bound
about. I thought maybe she stunned them, but no.
Foes. Her attack greatly increases.
Oh, but she did stun that. That one was not stunned. It looks like she stunned him. Look at that. It was not stunned. She came in. Let's back it up just a little bit. I'm going to mute it. Back it up right here. This dude's not stunned. This dude dies. These dudes are stunned. This dude is now stunned. He was not stunned before. So she's stunning with this hit. And I don't mean good looking when I say stunning. Let's look for it here too. Let's carry on. Let's use this. She smacks. She stuns there. So it's got to be something in her trait. She's going to hit all these guys here. Flash through the cut. Any of them stunned? None of them stunned. Okay. So it's got to be some kind of a trigger effect. None of them stunned there. He's not stunned. But this guy's not stunned. He's clearly not. And in fact, that's the first instant of damage he takes. But now he is stunned. So she deals bonus damage to those that are bound. Stun being a part of that, I believe. And then now she's going to also inflict stun depending on what's going on. That's fantastic. Now let's give it a listen again.
Greatly increases.
Time and space shall bend to my will.
Passive skill, Ciri's Candor, boosts crit rate. Attacking bound foes always crits and deals extra damage.
Always
Reaction
crits.
skill, the Lying Cub of Sintra, grants multiple stacks of damage lock after blink, ensuring that any single hit cannot exceed 50% of her max HP. Also recovers HP after charge, teleport, or when taking damage.
It's
The
massive.
Witcher's Blades, the Sorceress's Magic, and the fate of the Dimension Travelers. A legend from the
The
other
series
world
going in,
arrives
healing, and
unbidden.
getting damage resistance for doing so.
Monsters, intrigues, and unseen destinies await to be cut down.
This one, the one you call Elysium, holds a certain serenity.
Sword of Convallaria, guys.
Look at Geralt.
If you're not already playing it, go check it out. This is going to be amazing. But regardless, let's take a look at the signature items, which, of course, you get 4 characters. Mind you, Ciri for free. I don't know that we'd get Ciri's weapon for free, and I don't believe it's shown in this. But 4 characters to pursue is a lot. 4 signature weapons on top of that is a lot, too. But let's take a look at what they got to say.
Naturally, they're from the weapons from another world.
So we have the Obsidian Star for Yennifer. We have the Witcher's Sword, of course, swords for Geralt. Zariel, however you want to say it. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but for Ciri, and then Flames of the Fearless for Triss. Now, these all look like they are weapons, but it could be that this is a trinket for Yennefer. I'm not certain. It could be that this is a trinket for Triss. This actually would be appropriate as a trinket for Yennefer, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Let's see what happens here.
Each one imbued with unique powers and a story of its own. You know what?
Them.
Woman will
We don't really want to listen to that.
Earns.
So this is the main rewards preview. Of course, this is for the quest line. Fantastic stuff right there. We see we get some free summon, some Hope Luxite. Absolutely love, always love to get some Castalia. And yeah, we want to get as many of these things as we absolutely
Secret
can.
Fates, Hope Luxites, Castalia, and Special Astral Alloy, The Witcher 3, to star up.
Gotta love
and
it.
hope Luxites.
Now, we love to see more of this right here. We absolutely want any and all of these things. This is literally just for signing in. We're getting some free trinkets, some Hope Luxite, and some furniture for our home. Love it. Absolutely want it. And then we can see right here the Summon Collab gift. And so this is a nice little gift that we're getting in the game. Gotta love it. Some rewards for summoning and so on and so forth. We get that special Geralt, and then some absolutely fantastic extras in there as well. Skipping on forward, we can see right here, these are going to be some battle pass rewards. Call it the battle pass. You're going to spend 680 astral gems to unlock it, and then of course at level 50 you're then getting some extra tickets to get some of these wonderful rewards. But these are going to be enough memories to get Ciri up. You get more Castalia, which you never can have too many of those in a special title. So for those that are really interested, that's a big deal. And then of course those tickets you get at level 50 are going towards the furniture lottery, and that's for those Witcher furniture pieces, which I'm highly interested personally. And so that's a really good thing. And then here's a glimpse of some of the things that we're going to be pursuing as far as that furniture. And I cannot believe that they threw in the unicorn. If you know, you know. Look right here, this painting. If you know, you know. That's wild. But it's great attention to detail, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, looks like we got Dandelion's loot, Geralt's armor suit sitting there. Great stuff. Absolutely love it. And of course, we could see right here, it looks like we're going to be able to get some selectors for these special signature items. Absolutely fantastic. And I have to stress one thing they talk about in these summons when they're talking about these pools. They specifically say in here that you are guaranteed these characters when you pull. So a lot of people are frustrated. They're talking about, you know, gotchas and pooling and collabs, blah blah blah. Your banner units, you often don't get on banner units. You're guaranteed when you pull these for these legendaries to get on banner units. So that's a big deal. Very, very good job by XD right there. And the same is true of the signature items. If you pull on those banners for those signature items, you're guaranteed to get on banner signature items. So huge shout out on that. Make sure that you pull with confidence there. And then, yeah, shameless that the unicorn. But moving on, we get Voyage of Discovery, and they're doing it right. They're collabing on this event, and we're going to get Witcher creatures in there. I cannot wait. It looks like we got a griffin right there. I'm assuming that's a creeper. I'm not sure. It could a creeper. Wow. I'm really not sure what this is. This could be a flesh fiend. It could be, I'm not sure. We'll find out. A rotter, who knows? And then it looks like we have a banshee right here. Might not be a banshee, could be a wraith. There's several subsets of these ghosts holding that lantern in its hand and a weapon. And I'm not sure what it would be, but these are Witcher creatures. And then, of course, depending on what school you choose, depends on what stats that you have to work with in that Voyage of Discovery. And that's really cool. That's a great way to implement this collab into an event that we have regularly. So very, very well done XD Studios on that, and very, very intelligent in my opinion in their efforts to make it happen. And then of course we have an event to pursue that is just Witcher related, where we see that Leshy right here, and we're going to be apparently fighting it. It's going to be the big bad, and we're going to have some fantastic rewards. We love free summons. We love Hope Luxite. We love Castalia, as I mentioned before. We've got some Astral Shards and, of course, some other rewards, too. It's good stuff there, and, of course, that title. And then, of course, there it is. We're getting some skins for these characters. We got the Lilac and Gooseberry skin for Yennefer. Doesn't seem nearly as revealing as Geralt is right here. But his alternate skin, he makes him look a lot more like Ciri or Rowena, and I absolutely love it. Looks good stuff right there. SP Rowena, I mean. And then, yeah, you got Triss right here, and she's, you know, the Sorceress of Maribor. She's certainly revealing right there. So really cool to see those skins. And of course, that's going to be held in a lottery system. And then we get a nice glimpse of all the household items, which of course is Geralt in the tub, with that little lobster creature that Yennefer loves to send in after him, tell him to get out when he takes too long. We see some great items here, really interesting stuff, which I don't think we get access to all of. We do get access to that unicorn, shameful as it is. Man, what is that? I had to look at it. I'm eager to see what they say it is. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a it looks like it could be quite a few things. I'm really torn as to what it is, but definitely a lot of furniture items being showcased right here. Looks really good. It's fantastic. All this, of course, becomes available November 28th. Cannot wait. This is so exciting. And of course, you're getting some special collab packs that will be available for purchase in the store. And so, of course, astral gems are hard cash, basically currency in the game. And in here, you can see when you buy this, you're getting 580 astral gems. You're getting Secret Fate Geralt Rivia ×5, Secret Fate Raven-haired Sorceress, which that would be Yennifer, Secret Fate Marigold, the Fearless, which we know is Triss, and then Secret Fate Child of Destiny, which is Ciri, and then Casting Mold ×5. So really good stuff right there. That's a nice pack. No price is given right now, but I guarantee you this is going to be a pricey one, the bigger one. And then of course over here you got Sorceress Morning, where you get 680 astral gems, Yennifer Vanity Furniture, Megascope, Witcher Stash and Furniture, and then Berry's Tart Lilac Sweet Title. So this is definitely going to be the next most expensive one in my opinion, but this is mostly furniture, so really interesting stuff. That Megascope, I believe, is what we first saw, so apparently all those items that we saw are available. And then we get the Witcher Arms Pack. So this is 10 Secret Fates, which is, summons. And then the Casting Mold ×5. And then we get 480 Astral Gems. So this is not bad. It's something decent. We'll see on the price depending. Of course, that's what determines its true value. And then we get the Value Adventure Pack, which is 1 Secret Fate, 1 Summon. And then a Wish Coupon ×3 for the usable skin wishes. So if you want to pursue those wishes, and this is probably going to be like a cheap way to get some quick wishes for that lottery. Definitely some decent stuff. Without prices, it's hard to really comment or say much about it other than that it's available. And so there you go. Right here is our timeline. And so we can see November 28th, when you log in, you get Ciri, period, dot. We get right to work on the Witcher collab. We start to see that their summons are available. You get a new skin for Geralt, you get the sign-in event, you get the collab pass, you get the collab summon gift, and then the value packs are available for purchase. And then of course we get this otherworldly, the Witcher selection, this, that, and the third. And then over here, December 12th, we're going to see Yennifer come in. And so Geralt's going to be on our first banner. Yennifer comes in December 12th on the next banner. December 19th, which is a week later, we're going to get that Voyage of Discovery where we get to use these characters. And the December 26th, the day after Christmas, we get the Triss banner. And so from what I'm seeing, and this is without knowing in great detail, it looks like Geralt's going to be solid, Yennefer is going to be broken, Triss is going to be potentially a carry character. So I'm really interested to see how they actually all play out and whatnot. But either way, really good stuff. And then, yeah, January 2nd, Converging Paths, Otherworldly Threat. So this is going to be a special fight, I'm assuming. And then right here, January 9th, it looks like they showcase Ciri. So I don't know what that means. Adventure, The Witcher 3 Ciri, and then it says Geralt and Yennefer. Maybe we're getting them all again. I really don't know. But it's interesting to see all this regardless. And then, of course, you have another redeem code, the SOC Wild EN for 200 Luxite. Make sure you cash that out and get that bad boy right there. I'll just make sure you can see it there clearly. And yeah, this is looking fantastic. This is an exciting event. And then, of course, they go over and talk about New Year's and how we're going to get some different things here that you can purchase. And one big one that I would always suggest going for is that legendary character selector. So we absolutely love selectors. This is a gacha game. It can be tough to get the character you want sometimes. Here, you don't have to fuss or fight. You're going to be able to purchase this and you'll get that character outright. I believe, don't quote me, I probably am wrong, but I believe this has been priced out at like $20 in the past, maybe $30. I don't remember. I think it's $30. But either way, this is usually the New Year's deals are pretty good. These special event deals are pretty good and the price is knocked down, so I'm eager to see what that actually ends up being. And yeah, then we get right here this freshly chosen, where we get to choose from these characters or their dual characters and try to pursue them on the summons. 10 summons, you're guaranteed that legendary character. Really interesting. So if you're lacking a character and you really want them, like for me, I think this Karis and Samantha banner is really appealing. I really want that because I don't have either one of them, so give me a guarantee to have one, I'm happy. Whatever works for you, have at it. Make sure you talk to the community, drop down in the comments, discuss it. Who do you think is best to pull? Maybe you want some advice. This community is fantastic. I absolutely love my viewers. You guys are always supporting each other and have a lot of really good information and insight, so make sure you talk to each other about who to pull and what you want. And yeah, of course, we're getting SP Sophia's skin back. That's already active right now in the store and in the game, so that's already happening. So if you're really interested in having her pajama set, make sure you go get it. And yeah, Sword of Convallaria is killing it. And this is a glimpse of what we have in the future and what we look forward to. Of course, we got this we have SP Mytha, SP Fake Out, and SP Nungal. And so really interesting stuff there. And then of course Momo and her set, and we'll probably get that chance to pull that again, or lottery to buy that again. So really good stuff. Can't wait. Super excited. Here we go. We got another redeem code right there, SOCHUNTEN. Make sure you redeem that. A lot of really good things thrown out there during this video, and yeah, can't say enough good about it. The Witcher collab is coming. It's nearly here. November 21st is when this airs, which is today. And so this is all brand new information. November 28th is when it all becomes available. Make sure you go get it, guys, and enjoy this. Whew, I talked my head off. But yeah, huge shout out and thank you to my soldiers. Thank you so much for your support and everything you do. It really allows me to create great content, get everything flowing and going. So I'm really, really grateful to you. And until next time, guys, I will catch y'all later. Bye.